Stephen A. Smith is ESPN, which is also Disney. All the View and all this is all Disney stuff.
We went to our jobs and came home and sat on the sofa and watched movies of destruction. Superman, Batman.
What, she's blaming Marvel and DC?
Lex Luthor is finally in the White House. What are you going to do about it?
What the crap? Renegade Online. But this is what started. Joe Biden must cancel Thanksgiving. MAGA and non-MAGA cannot break bread. Stuff like this on USA Today. This is the kind of idiotic meltdown reactions that the news media, the Hollywood media, the entertainment industry, the gaming industry, all the different industries that we've been talking about here for years are having over this. This is why we can't have nice things. If I go up here, this is Jennifer Lewis. Now, if you don't know who Jennifer Lewis is, it's okay. But she is somebody, and I had the article pulled up. I think it's also over on thatparkplace.com. This is somebody who, well, she was none too happy, and she played Mama Odie, was one of her characters from the Disney animated film, The Princess and the Frog. And I haven't even listened to this all the way through, so you're gonna get my initial reaction to this one.
Let me ask you this. What about what they've said in terms of Black, particularly Black men and Latinos, supported him more than they have in the past? Why do you think that is? And what do you have to say to Black men and Latinos who were not in favor of supporting Kamala Harris?
Oh, honey. Oh, honey.
Oh, honey.
When your favorite niece and your 13-year-old daughter is by your alcoholic brother or the next door neighbor, and she tries to abort that baby inside of her from a rape, you're going to regret that. They want to keep women in their place. It's so disgusting. I can't even put words to them voting for her. They didn't vote for her, didn't vote because she was a woman. They didn't care that she was smart and powerful, educated, beautiful, kind, joyful, fearless. She would have taken care of this country. She would have protected the people. She would have surrounded herself with great minds. But keeping women in their place was more important to them. And Black men, that was just shocking because, honey, he's going to give the military and the police permission to shoot you in your back, and there will be no immunity.
What? Okay. Take a little breath there. Walt Disney voice actress. Oh, God. Wow. Like, where do you even start with this? This is what you're dealing with. The unhinged, crazy. This is what Hollywood believes. This is what a lot of these Hollywood people believe. I hate to say it. Some of them are trying to tame themselves a little bit better right now. But listen to what she's saying. This is the same kind of stuff that you were hearing from Disney's ABC, The View. This is the same kind of stuff, maybe not to this level of vitriol, in this level of explicit language. But this is the same kind of stuff you were hearing from Whoopi Goldberg and Sunny Halston and the other chicks on The View and so many other Hollywood types out there. This is the problem with Hollywood right now. This is a microcosm of it. Because deep down, whether they're letting it out or not, this is what a lot of them actually believe. I mean, listen to this last part. This is wild.
More important to them. And Black men, that was just shocking because, honey, he's going to give the military and the police permission to shoot you in your back, and there will be no immunity.
Huh? These people vote and they make movies and TV shows. Yikes.
So, baby, Y'all done fucked up. You took every right from your children. Once again, there will be no social security and pensions and rights. This thing has said
there will be no rights. All your rights are going to be taken away. Remember when that happened from 2016 to 2020? I don't.
You will never have to vote.
Okay, well, COVID. This is what happens when you leave the wrong people in their jobs. I don't think Trump's going to make that same mistake again. Oh, everybody gets fired this time.
Vote again? He's going to be in charge of the military. We have up. End of story.
You don't think?
I'm sorry.
It was a simple situation of looking at the economy, looking at inflation, looking at crime and saying, excuse me, providing and protect. And as men, that's what we want. And as a result of that, I mean, I voted for her. I wasn't voting for him. But speaking to men who felt differently, they didn't think about Roe v. Wade. They didn't think about stuff. They thought about the economy, money in their pockets, and safety in the streets.
Listen,
It couldn't have been as simple as that.
Now, look, I've been somebody that for years has been critical of Stephen A. Smith, and for good reason. I don't like his takes on a lot of things. He's kind of a dope sometimes. But, again, credit where credit is due. Stephen A. Smith, since this election has ended, I think he's been one of the types. He's still very much a lefty. Don't misunderstand. But Stephen A. Smith, in this regard, at least I think he's genuinely trying to do some soul searching and introspection as to what went wrong for Kamala and their side of things in Hollywood and the news media. Because again, Stephen A. Smith is ESPN, which is also Disney. All the View and all this is all Disney stuff. The biggest player in Hollywood. And that's why we talk about this stuff, because this is still the entertainment industry. If we're going to understand it and why it keeps failing so many times, we have to understand how they think. But Stephen A. Smith, to his credit, has become one of these guys out there that seem to be genuinely trying to ask some serious questions about what went wrong. And he's hearing this and he's pushing back and he's saying, just like when Sonny Halston got the pushback a week or two ago in The View, it's like, but that's not what they think. When you keep saying crazy stuff like this, you're just going to keep losing. And I think this is why Stephen A. Smith is trying to push back in the same regard here.
First of all, do you see women breaking in people's houses? Do you see women shooting each other in the streets? They voted because they voted for Trump because, I hate saying his name. They voted for him because they hate themselves.
Wow. She is saying that you don't see black women breaking into houses. You don't see black women, because this conversation is specifically about black men having voted for Trump. She's saying you don't see black women killing each other, but the black men voted for Trump because they hate themselves. Wow. I'd love to hear Stephen's response to this.
And they see this thing as powerful, that he's going to move mountains for them and make them rich. And unfortunately, black men, they want a man. They were saying, I'm voting for the man. Well, we're going to see about that. And don't think we're all not at fault. All of us. We went to our jobs, we came home and sat on the sofa and watched movies of destruction. Superman, Batman, the end of this.
She's blaming. What? She's blaming Marvel and DC? What the crap? Do you know you're on a Disney show? Oh, come on. We were all sitting around watching Batman and Superman, and come on.
Superman, Batman, the end of this, Armageddon. Well, all of that social.
We're still watching Armageddon, the Bruce Willis movie. We're blaming Aerosmith. I'm offended.
Consciousness has brought us here. So now, like I said, Lex Luthor is finally in the fucking White House. What are you gonna do about it?
I'm sorry. This is one of the best things I've ever watched. I am so glad I didn't watch this before. I think it would have ruined it for me. Wow. What an absolutely crazy, unhinged lunatic. Just an idiot beyond measure. Let me tell you what this is going to wind up causing. Let's say if a majority or a plurality of black women are going to react and think like she is, and what do you think is going to happen? What do you think that's going to do for black men? I mean, this is just basic kind of human nature. It's going to drive them even further away. You're going to keep pushing them towards Trump. So if your goal as this individual is to have them come back into the fold with the Democrat Party, this is probably not the best way to go about it. But shout out to my buddy Lorena Creole here, because I had it pulled up in the full screen. So shout out to Lorena because she was the one who called this to my attention. Y'all aren't following Lorena. I wish she'd have more time to get here on Sundays. I know she's busy. She does her own show. She's a great park vlogger and park hopper out there, does Disney and Universal all the time. But yeah, Lorena Creole, she's the one I had bookmarked this when I saw it a day or two ago. Hadn't got a chance to watch it, but shout out to Lorena. Go check her out on her channel who posted this. So, yeah, she says, way to go, Disney. You got Mama Odie's delusional old ass out here cussing out black and Latino men who voted for Trump. Gina Carano was fired for way less. Yes.
Make sure you're subscribed to Valiant Renegade and join us every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern for the live show.